Good evening everybody, welcome to Inside Line Racing 2 and to round 4 here in Azerbaijan. I'm your commentator Owen Wyatt and Soup will be joining me later on. And in typical me style anyway, I brought the famous ILR rain curse with me, so the second Soup abandons me, it is absolutely tipping it down. So yes, welcome to everybody, and yeah, we're running at the same time as ILR1, so bit of friendly competition. So yeah, I'll be keeping an eye on viewers, to be honest. But anyway, yes, it's qualifying and it's wet. I think it's going to be a dry race though, so that is good, very good, because we all want to make sure we're actually for the real F1. That's why we're going early, and I really hope that's not a rev glitch on Shimasi there. It'd be very nice if it wasn't, because I need to find someone to ride on board with. We'll see if that wise league ahead has he got a rev glitch. No, that's good. I can actually ride on board for this, because you don't get to ride on board too often. So yes, get me well riding on board, and I'm gonna tweet out about this because yeah, we need to be ILR1. Don't tell them, but we're trying to beat them. Okay, we've got extremely friendly competition. That we aren't salty at all that they got on there before us by a whole 3 minutes. But yeah, let's get this out there as Wiselig starts his lap. We keep seeing yellow flags. That'll be for people who are just doing their slowing down and letting people through and everything, which is a bit stupid. I hope they get rid of that because it makes it look like something's actually going on when it just isn't. But yeah, anyway, Wiselig on his lap then. It'd be interesting to see how he approaches this in terms of the ERS, and in the middle sectors, Paga's out. Oh dear. He turned up on time for the first time in his life today, and it's happened again. He's crashed at Baku, or something. I'm just assuming, because obviously we can't check, but I have a feeling that he might have binned it, so that's a shame for Paga. He's going to start at the very back of the grid, as long as no one else crashes anyway. And yeah, Wiselig then for the first sector. It all looked pretty good. We're riding on board. I think just behind there's more yellows. I will try and look at these at some point, but most of the time they aren't going to be for anything important, unless it's Paga, but it will tell us like instantly if it's a retirement. And you can see there the back end really gets kicked out, and I wonder if he's abandoning that lap. He has abandoned it. He's not going particularly quickly, and he's just going to try again at some point. So let's find Shimasi. He was on a lap as well. He was the next guy up, so we'll see if he's on a lap. Has to be said, doesn't really look like he is. He's not used any ARS really on this lap, so we'll look for more people. Sure, here's Bulletproof. Interesting to see where he puts himself. And yeah, we've got 8 people in the stream. Good evening, hello. And yeah, let's pick up ILR2. So it is Wiselig who does set that first time, but I don't think that's going to be very competitive. It just didn't look like he was pushing too much. I don't know, but we'll see. Bulletproof comes to the line now, and we'll see if he can beat Wiselig. He's 5/100ths of a second off. So yeah, just expect to see them times continuing to tumble. Here's Jake in his McLaren. He's had a bit of a difficult start to the season. Hopefully he can get himself on pole position. It'd be quite nice for him. As he goes P4 now, because it's Tau who's gone fastest on a 150 dead. And let's see, who else can we find? Goody is on a lap, and Adamako he's not. Maldicitis has just gone P6 as Button goes P4. Not a bad lap from them too. Here's, like I say, Adamako. Corey's on a lap as well. I think he might have just started it. And Tim Veg is on one as well. So let's go back up and find Goody, the ILR3 champion, and he's hit the wall. So good thing he didn't do that in ILR3, or else he probably wouldn't have been champion. And yeah, that's a missing front wing as well for Tim Veg. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, it's kind of a big thing to notice if someone's losing half of their car. Oh, Corey! Oh, your 15 seconds of fame have come with a... Oh! Oh no! Who did he hit? Was it Onyx. I think it was Onyx. Yeah, it must have been Onyx. So Onyx and Corey come to blows in the castle section, and they are out of the qualifying here in Baku, and that means Paga makes 2 positions up as a result. So if you look at it that way, Paga, I'm sure, will be absolutely thrilled to see all that happening. But I think Abby's on a lap now. I think he's the only one who is. I couldn't see anyone else really in that top band. I imagine they might be pitting at some point, but I'll have a look anyway. Let's see if any of them are actually on laps. See, Ty's on lane, Wisdick's done actually another lap, so we'll follow that at the end. Bulletproof's coming into the pits. Yeah, they're all down on their times. Scott actually is on a lap as well, but he's not pushing either. Yellow's in sector 1. That'll be for Abby, won't it? Yep, Abby off the track then. And yeah, Josh, wow. Well, I didn't even see he was on a lap, but he's just done an absolute banger of a lap. That's a fantastic lap. And like I said, Soup will be coming, don't worry. He's not here for now because he's getting his steak. He said, I could be having some lovely barbecue pork right now, but instead I'm doing this. That's pure dedication, something that Soup should learn from, especially since he left, remember? Oh dear. Especially since he left, it was all big leaving speech, and now he's back and he's off for steak. So, yeah, that went well. But yes, we've lost 3 people there. I did see George into the wall there, don't worry, I was going to mention it. But yeah, that's going to be in the wall again, a bit of a clumsy error. Here's Shamasi, I wonder if he's finishing his lap or starting it. Yeah, one person who should be finishing it right now, and is Weisig. He's 5/10 up in his last lap, I believe. And is he going to finish it? He's not got much ERS left. It might bog him down as he comes to the line, or it might be perfect timing to run out. It's P2, second off. But yeah, I wonder if he'll just be pitting after that, because he hasn't really got any ERS left, and he wants to get some fresh tires on for the end of this quality session. Now I saw that was Button actually there, who is on a lap still. You can see he's pushing quite hard. So we'll follow him round as he comes to the end of his lap. Into the 3rd sector, will be coming in a moment. And yeah, I hope to see him move up the grid. He's nearly 2 seconds off pole. Josh put out, and like I said, an absolute banger of a lap. Love to have been able to see that from his point of view. And yeah, coming to the line he comes. I'm seeing more people are starting their laps now, so hopefully at the end of this one there'll be more people to look at instead of just trying to guess who's on or off. And Button goes P3, so he's made 7/10, nearly 8/10 up in his last lap, and it's enough for P3, so I'm sure he'll be happy with that so far. Here is Shamasi on his lap in the McLaren, and 8 minutes to go in the session. He'll be coming to the end of his lap, and wonder if he'll get one more sort of chance to come in and out of the pits after this one. And try again. Still P11, no laps set. Only the top 9 actually have representative laps in, and Shamasi, that it's not really very representative, was it? It's 4.5 seconds off the pace. I think Scott is coming on to one now, so we'll catch that one later on. And that's Adamako, who's went off to Narnia. That has not gone too well for him. Scuba on a lap as well, and Tim Veg, who's found his front wing, is also out there. I think he's coming towards the end of his lap now, so we will watch him. And Yellow's in sector 3 once again. I wonder, that's people just slowing down. And let's run on board for a bit. We haven't rode on board for a while, so we'll do that, sure. Tim Veg, currently last place, currently looking to get up the field, but you can see how much he was struggling there to get just any grip for the last corner. It's very difficult to go flat out through there when it's raining, and yeah, he's proving it there. But coming to the line, this looks to be quite a good lap. P6 ahead of his teammate, so that inter-team rivalry at Renault is going to Tim Veg right now. He's winning that, so yay. And the thing the rain does actually as well is it means that anybody who's worried about the one stop can now rest easy, because they can go onto a fresh set of ultras or supers, or even just softs, you never know, and that's everyone on the grid. So basically pit stops should be pretty easy today. It'll be should be a one stop. I've seen a two stop work pretty well in another league where it's gone ultras, supers, so that does work as well. But yeah, it should be either ultras to softs or supers to softs, or ultra super or something like that. So yeah, just a fresh tyres gives more variety, I guess. Means the top 10 are all getting their own choice, and it'll be interesting to see just how many people end up on, you know, the fastest tyres, if anyone does end up on the fastest tyres. And yeah, with 6 minutes to go, we should see the times go down a bit. I wonder if we'll see the 47s at some point. I mean, Josh's lap was pretty phenomenal, it has to be said. No one's got even remotely close to it so far. And through the last quarter comes time. We'll see how close he goes to beating this time. As Will there went P2, so as I was saying, no one was getting close. There went Will to prove me wrong. And Ty as well comes up to the line. He goes 5-10 soft, so they are starting to get quite close. And yeah, let's see who else is coming up to the end of the laps. I think that's Tim Veg coming into the pits. And yeah, Jake was on a lap there, so I don't know why I went off him there. Well, he was about to start one, so that's why I went off him. And Maldicitis wasn't using much ERS, so I don't think this is a very representative lap either. Jordan is on a lap. He's got a rev glitch though, so they're riding on board for him. Abby, I think, is out there as well. I'll watch him as he heads to the end of his lap. Currently the slowest driver. Scuba had retired there as well, hadn't even realised. But yeah, Scuba's out there, so surely, you know, Abby will be at worst 16th, you'd imagine, if he can just set a lap. And as long as it doesn't go wrong in his last corner, he will set one. And Paget will fall to 16th, which is probably a lot better than what he expected when he was the first person to crash. Just got lucky with, I guess, his positioning on the leaderboards. But yeah, here comes Abby to put himself up to P4. Good lap from him, ahead of his teammate, who's now coming to the end of his lap now to start a new one, I think. Yellow is in sector 2. Don't know where that could possibly be. Maybe Castle or something. Oh, Bulletproof's got it all wrong. I've got a habit of catching everything, haven't I? The only thing I really missed was a Pag and Scuba. Oh, lovely noises. Lovely, lovely noises. Let's catch up with Jordan, who's abandoned. Lovely. Oh, goody. Both Force India's into a bit of trouble then. And Jord comes to the line. I don't think that's going to be very high up, but it wasn't. But yeah, both Force Indias haven't had a good day. 3 minutes to go in this qualifying session. There's Button coming towards the line to, I think, start a new one. And Wiseleg isn't using any of his ERS right now. So yeah, sort of waiting to see anyone else on a lap. Josh is there, and he's a pace setter. So let's watch him as he heads round, because this could well be a phenomenal lap. Or he'll crash, we have to see. Rev glitch is on, of course, because Codemasters don't want us to see a good lap, do they? Not very nice people, are they? And yeah, Josh, still 3/10 ahead of the field. For a long time was actually about a second clear. You know, it took him one attempt. It took others 2 or 3 attempts really to get up there. And I think Jake might have just went P5 there. I'm not sure how recent that was, but I think it just happened. But yeah, 2 minutes to go in the session. I think really sort of one lap each for everyone else's. Abby goes just, you know, just under 2/10 now. So they're really getting close. Really getting close. And yeah, Josh is really going to have to pull this out of the bag now just to push himself that little bit too far ahead for everyone else to catch. And hopefully he doesn't catch any traffic on the lap. Yellow's in sector 2, even though he's quite clearly letting Josh through. Don't see why that's a yellow in any way, shape or form, but anyway. It was a yellow. And yeah, all looking good on this lap so far for the Red Bull driver. I believe he's still the championship leader. He won the first 2 races, and yeah, I don't think he had a good time last time. He binned it in the pits in qualifying, if I remember correctly, and I think he came back to be, what, 5th, something like that. He's hit the wall there a bit on the exit. That'll lose him a few tenths of a second, but I wouldn't be surprised if more people are doing that, to be honest. And into the last sector he goes. Yeah, Jake wasn't too happy. He's given up. I don't think he thinks he can continue and set a better lap, so he's done for now. And Josh coming up to the line. Is this going to extend his pole position time, or is he going to have to go again to try and extend it? Comes to the line and extends it by about 3 tenths. So that is what they've got to beat. And I think I just saw Wiselig, who's really a bit late with this, coming out of the pits. So Wiselig cannot do anything. He is out of this session, effectively. P6, that's the best it's going to get for him. So yeah, that's gone wrong. Abby is still going round, so we'll see how that goes towards the end. Tim Veg is on a lap, but you can watch him as he goes through. Now under a minute to go in the session, so basically everyone's laps are on now, or about to start. We'll be there last, and yeah, tense. Who's going to get pole? Looks like Josh is pretty phenomenal in these conditions, but is that due to the setup? Has he maybe just got a wet setup on? Will it affect him in the race? We'll have to see. And yeah, 20 car grid as well. We've seen this week a lot of carnage, as Abby has done all that he thinks he can do, as well as Button. But yeah, we've seen a lot of carnage in the upper tiers this week. You know, ILR5 was a bit messy. ILR3, well, don't even get me started about my ILR3 race. That was a disaster. But yeah, the tiers I've been in or watched have been a little bit crazy. So 20 car grid might cause a little bit more chaos, as Tim Veg is 9th now. And Jordan's retired from the session, and them two, I don't think they were able to improve. Just seeing them as they went across the line there. So Maldicitis, could he do anything here, or will Josh just blitz the rest of the field? He got a really nice section there. I think it's all working out in his favour. As Josh comes to the line, he is going to set pole. Not quite. He lost only 4 thousandths of a second, but I don't think it actually matters. I think Tim Veg is up again, is he? Or is he still going? I think that might have just been a stop from earlier. Yeah, he's down. Maldicitis then, and Shamasi. Really the only people who can do anything, and Shamasi's lovely parking job there into the pit lane, I'm sure you will agree. Beautifully done. And Maldicitis is the only person still on a lap, I think, so we'll watch him as he comes to finish. A rather early finish, actually, to be honest, for a qualifying session. And Maldicitis, I guess he wasn't up at all, and he's killed himself on the barrier. And that will end qualifying then. So it's Josh who is on pole, and showing he's still got good dominance. China didn't put him down, I guess. And in the rain, it is going to Josh. So yeah, just sort of got to wait now. Even though quite clearly everybody's finished, we're just gonna trundle round at about 5 miles an hour, and wait a bit more. Looks like that Williams might have a bit of fun with the Red Bull. Didn't quite hit him. Yay. And there we go. That is the end of qualifying then, here in Azerbaijan. Round 4. Hopefully it is a dry race. I think it should be. It seems like quite a pattern. It's always going to be wet qualifying, it seems, these days in a dry race, unless it's ILR5. And yeah, Josh on pole by about half a second, just under. And yeah, quite the field spread, it has to be said. It's 4.8 seconds between the fastest lap and the slowest lap, and 5 people didn't even set a time. There were Scott, Paga, Onyx, Corey, and Scuba. And yeah, we just wait now. And let's see what people are up to in the comments, shall we? Apparently Josh's lap would have got him into the top 7 in ILR1. I think I just saw someone put that in the chat. clearly somebody is abandoning me and watching the bad tier. So who said that? And yes, it's dry. So let's see what people are having. Oh right, Jack had already spoiled it in the chat. I see. Nice. Yeah, nothing much interesting happening in the nothing much happening in the chat. Paul wants to get some barbecue pork up to me in the comments box. How nice of him. And he didn't want to go because it's not raining, but you've got sort of no excuse now, Paul. You need to get up here now. I'm starving. We've got 27 people here. Hello. Just quickly gonna check ILR1 just to make sure we're beating him. Yes, boys. Sorry. It's mean, but we're the better. Haha, we're the better tier. We win. Haha. Haha. Ha. So let's see everyone's tire choices. As a Soup is still yet to arrive. I kinda, oh my god. That didn't go too well for Will. Hope he doesn't do that on his start. But yeah, Soup Cooler has left the session. What are you doing to me, man? What? Oh, come on. Just as I was saying, oh, I hope Soup gets here on time for the start. He's left the session. It appears that his steak is more important than ILR. Absolute disgrace of a man. You best believe I'm going to absolutely... Well, more like Jack's going to absolutely ruin him later on. So it looks like I'm alone, unless Soup can get back in. I don't know if he's got extra invites, but... yeah. It might just be me today. Yikes. But let's look at tires then. Josh, the pole sitter, is on supers. Then Abby supers, and we'll just go soft, super, 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 soft, super, 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 soft, super, soft, soft, super, ultra. Of course, it's Scott on the ultras. Supers, ultras, supers, softs. And yeah, just gonna wait, I guess. I think we're sort of gonna be starting at about 6 on the dot, I think, really, at this rate. Which isn't bad. And yeah, I just don't think Soup's gonna get here. I need to see, but I don't know. I sent him party invites, but I didn't send him other invites for the actual lobby. Oh well. Let's just quickly check. Definitely sent him invites. Yeah, I've sent him invites and all that. So yeah. Oh well. Just gonna have to hope he arrives at some point. It'll be like a Spa last year, possibly, or last season. I mean, on the last game where he ended up about halfway through the race joining in. So it might take him a while, but I'm sure he'll get here in the end. My throat is killing me, so if I need to find a drink somewhere, then I might, yeah. Hopefully I don't need to though, but my throat is absolutely killing me today. So just a quick warning, I don't know if you were able to tell, but yeah. Anyway, 29 people here to watch the race start. And I would say prepare for carnage, but I really don't want this to. Let's keep it clean, boys, right? Keep it clean. The lights are on here in Baku. They're away. Looks like a pretty good start from Abby. Might get into lead already as they head towards turn 1. Disastrous start from Josh. Falls down to P2. Pretty big lead already for Abby, it has to be said. 3 abreast in the background into turn 2. How's that one going to work out? McLaren in the wall, Will in the wall. And are they all going to avoid them too? I think so. No, they haven't. No, Shamasi and Jake are out of the race. Wow. Virtual safety car out. 2 McLarens have had a total and complete disaster on lap 1 here in Azerbaijan, and that really couldn't have gone much worse for them too. As Maldicitis is falling down a bit. I wonder if he's had a bit of a mistake or a disaster. Will's letting him back through there now. So yeah, Will and I think it was Button and someone else, what must have been Jake, side by side, all 3 of them into turn 2. I was always going to the end of the crash, wasn't it? So yeah. It's a shame, but we've lost 2 people from this Grand Prix, and we're just waiting for the green lights to come back on again. See, and we're green again. We are go here in Baku, and looks like Tau, has to be said, got a better start there on Josh. Just no way to get through right now, though. He's not gonna get past, but definitely a good lead now for Abby. More stuff going on in the background, so Will getting past Maldicitis, and it looks like a Goody getting past as well into the wall, though. Maybe a little bit of damage, but it shouldn't be too bad. There goes Corey on the inside of the Renault as well. Has he got damage or something? Because he really is struggling. Here comes Scuba, and this will put Maldicitis into last place. Oh, they're close to contact, and luckily there was none. And it looks like Adamak goes into the pits. And more stuff going on ahead. 3 abreast again into turn 1. Let's not crash again, boys. Side by side to turn 2. Yeah, just don't crash. Good stuff. Looks like Bulletproof's ahead then of Jordan. Up into P6. And yeah, all going well so far. Only the 2 retirements. A few people have to come in for front wing changes, but that's always going to happen. It is Baku, and that is George in Narnia there. Puts Scotland at a point, so, and Paga not too far behind. He's currently in P11 as well. So they've had good starts. They've not been involved in any of the carnage, and you can see that they are right on the back of this group here. And it's quite a train up to Bulletproof, it has to be said. Bulletproof must have some damage. You can see it on the left hand side. It's really affected him now. And into the castle section, they're all going to be filing through at quite a rate of knots. And yeah, I wonder if Bulletproof's going to pick, because he's 2.6 seconds back, but the issue is he's already on the soft compound tyres. That's the issue with starting on tyres. If you make a mistake early on, you're basically forced into a 2-stop. You can't just go, say, softs to the end now. Say Abbey or something like that, they had damage, they could pit and still go to the end on softs. It might be a bit hard, but it's possible. Bulletproof will have to do a 2-stop if he wants to pit, and I have a feeling he's sort of going to have to pit. If there were black and orange flags in this game, he would certainly be getting and waving them right now, because he's holding these lot up a treat. And as they head down the main street, they're going to go 3 abreast, are they? I think Onyx has the room down the inside, or around the outside it'll become, I think. As Bulletproof, is he still there? He is. He's not going to pit. In towards turn 1 they go. Bulletproof stays ahead for now. He's going to go wide, and that's going to be pretty easy for Jordan, who got him on the switchback. And there goes Onyx as well. Down the inside, you can see the Renault in the background, I think, as well. Challenging Scott, or Scott more like challenging him. We're right on board as that all happens. Down towards turn 3, Tim Veg is defending to the inside. Scott then's going to try around the outside, and they're going to see if that one works. A little bit of contact, but I think they've all got through there alive, and it is Scott ahead then. So his good start continues, but them ultra softs are going to start to get pretty messy, and I think George is out of this race. We're right on board with Adamako, hoping to find him, possibly down at turn 3. I wouldn't be surprised if that's where he's ended up. And yeah, he's done what Pine did, I think, last season, which we all remember fond. I mean, it was a shame. It was a real shame. But yeah, Pine himself, by the way, P11, still behind Tim Veg, and Scott just getting away from him. But as I was saying, them ultra soft tyres are going to start to wear a bit. And you know, Onyx, who made a good start, and Scott made a good start. They're both going to fall down. They're both going to possibly cause a bit of danger for themselves. But hopefully they all get out of there alive. But yeah, the tyres do really start to die. But yeah, only lost 3 drivers after 3 laps. It's not bad, to be honest. Jordan's dead on the exit of the last corner, has to be said. And there goes Paga getting past Tim Veg, so that's a pretty good sequence of stuff for him. Looks like Josh is having a fight with Ty. I really want to see that in a moment, but there's a Scott getting ahead, and what on earth was going on with Ty there and Josh? Because the gap's pretty big now. I wonder if Ty just had DRS, had to go, maybe Scott made a mistake, and Paga made his move under yellow flag conditions, so he is going to have to serve a 5-second stop go penalty in the pits. So that will affect him a little bit, and yeah, 4 people out on lap 4. And looks like Will, his day's just got, whoa, his day has just got worse. He's hit the wall, and the man who started, I think, third is now, yeah, it's all going wrong for him. Ha. Yeah. Oh well. Has he got damage on the front wing or something? I don't know, it just doesn't look like he's having a good time there, although he might be a little bit disheartened to be now basically no chance, but I don't know. All he needs is a safety car, I guess, to get back at it. Same with Adamako and Maldicitis, and to be pretty honest with you, a safety car is probably more likely here than basically anywhere else, except possibly Monaco. Oh, okay, just ignore me then. Just crash in the castle section. That must be where he's at, right? Yeah, there he is. Dead in the wall. And, yeah. Well, I tried to say he had hope, but he clearly didn't. And Paget, despite the fact he's got this penalty, he's still going to be absolutely pushing the hell out of that car to get himself as far up the grid as possible. Next up is Bulletproof. And as they head down the main straight, once again, it's going to be DRS for Paget, not too much ERS, so he's going to have to get this move done quickly. As they head down towards turn 1, you can see Bulletproof with the extra ERS. He's going to have a go at Scott, diving down the inside. He's going to go off to Narnia. And it's going to be the loss of positions for him. And yeah, he's down to P9. And now it's Paga trying to get past Scott. He has to pit early, remember, so it may not be that hard of a move to make. He's not going to go for it into turn 3. Wisely, by the way, is starting to catch up to Tau. So it'll be interesting to see how that one works out. Got a little bit wide there, possibly, and Paga, he's on the supers. He really shouldn't find it too hard to make the move work. And Yellow's in sector 2 is just ahead in the castle. I think it is bit of a disaster for someone. I think. I don't know who though. It's a bit irritating. I don't know who's crashed, but yeah. Oh well, maybe it's Button. He's lost a bit of time. I don't know. I don't know when he lost that time, but. Maybe it was him, I don't know. Maybe it was just nothing. I mean, knowing this game, it probably was just nothing. But yeah, both Mercedes and both McLarens out of this race, as well as one of the Cybers. So it's, yeah, a lot of money already down the drain for them lot. And it's time for Paga to make his next move. And Weisig as well is ahead of Tau. And Paga up to P8. Or P7 I should say, and Ty, he was losing time. I wonder if he's got damage on the right. He does, that'll be why he's losing all that time then. Is right, let's try and figure this out. Button and Onyx are in the pits. So it must have been Button then who did have a bit of a disaster then in the castle section. And Ty is still sticking to the back of Weislich, but I don't see him getting past anytime soon with a broken front wing. I wonder if he'd be just wise to box it now, to be honest, and go to the end of some softs, and that's even possible. I'm sure someone will try. I wonder if Scott, our resident Pirelli tyres tester, really, he loves to just stress these tyres out to the absolute max, and I see just how far they will go. So I wonder if he will be the man to go on the sauce at this first pistol. I mean, it has to be said, he's in a pretty good position on them ultras. He's up to P6 right now. And he doesn't have a penalty like Paga, so he might end up ahead of him after the pit stop phases if he pits early enough. You know, Scott has to be said, has a good chance at some decent points today. He's currently though, you know, miles away from a podium. It's sort of become a two-tier race already, to be honest. And then now, as Corey gets to the back of Scott, it might get a bit difficult. Maybe Scott will want to dive into the pits at the end of this lap, so that he doesn't hold up his teammate. Although his teammate did just back off a load there. Oh, he left the session. Yeah, I was wondering why that was all happening. He just smacked the wall and left the session. He looked like he was going pretty slowly, and he was. And look at that. Looks like Bulletproof lost loads of time. He just didn't seem to have any grip there for the last corner. Side by side, down the main straight they go. And it's going to be P7 now for Tim Veg Gaming. And that has not gone well for him. So that's another bad day for Corey then, out of the race after a DC. And all of the sweat once again just comes to nothing. Is he ever going to get any luck, this man, in the Ferrari? you know, it's going just about as badly Ferrari here, really, as it is in real life, though. So, you know, at least he's living up to the big man in the red cars in real life. But anyway, Abby then still leads this race. He had a good start, remember, and he just sort of led from that point. Pit stops though will probably be starting soon. Probably for Scott. Ultra Sauce has to sort of be this stuff, doesn't it? Or else he'll risk exploding them. Not to mention Pag is now over 2.5 seconds on the road. So the time he's losing is pretty humongous, has to be said. But yeah, Button looks like it's on the back of Adamako as well. Let's just have a look and see how that all goes for him. Into the castle section, and now out of the castle section. And he's also got Onyx behind him as well, so this could become quite an interesting fight for P12 on the road. Might change a bit after pit stops, we'll have to see. But yeah, 1 lap hold versus 5 lap hold tires really should be no contest, and Goody is right on the back of Bulletproof. Here we go, and down the main straight once again. Bulletproof just got no exit speed from the last corner, and Goody is passed with ease as Scott stays out. Oh no, and I think Bulletproof is having another look there, but he just couldn't get through. But yeah, Scott staying out as this first race starts to fall apart. Button is ahead of Animaku, but that's already happened, so let's not watch that. Let's watch what happens to Scott here, because he's going to hold a bit of a train up. You can see 5 cars now in that train, and Anamako, I think, has had an incident or something. I don't really know. Mazda maybe had an incident. I don't know, but Scott, look at this train he's going to be holding up right now. This is going to get interesting. Wow, that is some train. Who's going to get impatient? Who's going to bin it? It's sort of ILR2. We're sort of expecting a crash anytime now, to be honest, for one of these 5. So yeah, I mean, it has to be said, Scott is doing a good job to keep their tires alive, although he is losing 3 seconds a lap now. And look at that for the castle. That is some fantastic shots, it has to be said. And Tim Veg, he's letting Scott get away, and that's really not something you want to be doing. You know, just wrecks his race, doesn't it, being in the middle of this. And to an extent, it might be wrecking everyone else's races as well, because they're going to be held up here for a little bit longer. Looks like Tim Veg hasn't got much pace, but yeah, this could be his chance to get past Scott. When's he going to box? It has to be soon, right? He can't keep going like this, or else he will actually die somewhere. Although Tim Veg there into the wall, look more likely to die than anyone else. But here we go, down the main straight they go. DRS for the Renault, and Scott finally takes the option to pit, and looks like Goody has taken the option to get past Tim Veg. So yeah, Goody on the move. It's Force India 5 and 6, and Soup Cooler's joined, people. He has arrived in the session. Does this mean that we're going to see or hear his voice now, and actually get someone else to talk so that my throat doesn't literally die? It would be great. And there's Tim Veg. Dreadful shot, unfortunately, but the point has been made. He's been overtaken, and now just avoids the wall. And Button's miles behind, so he's not going to be able to pass him. But yeah, Scuba now in this fight. He's on a long run, just like Bulletproof and Goody on the soft compound tires. Scott predictably onto the soft tires. We'll see where he ends up later on. He lost so much time in them last couple of laps though, so I don't know, might not end particularly well. More yellows in sector 3, that could be one of the leaders, so let's just make sure it isn't. Could have been actually, I don't know. Will has left, that's good for him. And Soup's arrived at last. How was your steak?
Better late than never.
Yeah, how was your steak? Good.
Yeah, very nice actually.
You'll be surprised to know that it's lap 10 and we've only had 5 retirements. I mean, this is quite good for Baku standards, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I
think we're also beating ILR1 for viewers.
Yeah, we are actually, so that's what I was asking, how are we doing on viewership.
Last time I checked, we were beating ILR1, so Andy, ha 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 ha.
Decent. Right, what's Corey done?
Well, Corey was a genius and he crashed in qualifying. He disconnected earlier on as well. He's back now, as you can see, and he's going to be passing.
He's gonna have a goal. Oh, never mind.
Okay, be that way then.
For a brief second, I thought he was about to head into the wall. He's going in to put the softs on. Right. So, Josh, I think, is closing in on CSR up front. 1.2. The gap, as Josh has a huge moment.
I do hope you've been watching this as well when you've been enjoying your steak, because, yeah.
Yeah, I've been keeping tabs.
Hope you saw Abby's fantastic starts, and, yeah.
I did. I also saw people going 3 wide into turn 2, which never really ends well.
Yeah, that didn't end particularly well, and, yeah. Somehow Shimasi and just Jake, they just have no luck at the minute, do they? In their McLarens.
Not really, no.
Will they ever win? Will Jake ever be lucky?
Will Weisling ever learn to win?
He's currently over 5 seconds away from it today, and Abby is pitting.
Is in from the race lead. So I came right at the time when everybody's making their pit stop. So soft tyres it should be, and it is. On the go.
Oh my
Ooh, he's got a penalty.
Again. Nah, it's a glitch again.
So he's gonna have to wait. Oh, never mind.
It's a glitch again.
We're good.
I love this game. Paga is not going to be out of the pits then. So yeah, that just shows how far they got behind really when they were coming through the field. You can see Paga from 16th, I think it was, all the way up to 4th now. And looks like Bulletproof and Scuba are still going for it. And you can see on the inside, Bulletproof just couldn't get back past, and now that puts Tim on the back as well as Ty. He's just pitting. It's going to be a bit difficult for him to get through, isn't it?
He's come right out in traffic. He's come out in front of TR Button, but he's right behind Tim Veg and Bulletproof, which is not ideal. And behind Scuba as well, your race winner last time out. So let's see what he can do. Running through, there's absolutely no opportunity up where they're going through now, Sector 2. There's just nowhere you can really do anything. You just got to follow and hope for the best.
And he's sensibly saving his ERS as well. So he should have plenty of energy to go for an attack at some point.
I just realised Bulletproof is running with massive wing damage on the left-hand side.
Yeah. I'm surprised he's been able to go for this long, to be honest.
Yes, that's pretty impressive. Well, Tao's already on the attack on Tim Veg. I think he's just going to be smart. He's going to wait for the long straight. Slipstream straight past should be no problem.
Josh into the pits as well.
So Josh in, Wisely will then take the lead of the race, and his tyres don't actually look overly bad, but he's probably just going to be taking a stop anyways. And Josh also with the glitch, so there we go. Pops back out, and he's going to come out behind Abby, just about. It was pretty tight in the end, but Abby comes out just about a second in front of Josh, so pretty much equal.
Double overtake then on the front straight then. Ty basically made as much of an advantage as he could there, and that's been pretty well. And off the track went someone, I don't know who it was, might have been Button.
Yeah. Tiger's on his way out. Tim Veg is in as well, so we have to wait for Wisely to make his stop now. So the gap stays relatively the same between Josh and Abby. And I'm surprised to see how he's so far up. He's been absolutely nowhere in the first 3 Grand Prix. And all of a sudden, he's out here leading.
I think I've seen him in other leagues as well, having really good pace. He does have it. It just, I don't know, crashes have gotten his way.
Unlucky in the first 3 rounds, yeah. Did you mention the fact Scott 100 league races gold helmet?
No, I saw he had a gold helmet. I didn't think to even mention that. Yeah.
Oh, of course, it's connected again. But yeah, in case you didn't know it is Scott's 100th league race, and he's running a special tribute helmet in the Ferrari there. He's down in 12th currently, chasing after Maladikis, but he's running a pure gold helmet in tribute for his 100th race in league racing. So that's a lot of races. So congratulations to Scott for doing so.
Yeah. I celebrated my 45th, I think, in the wall. So that went well.
There comes Tao on Scuba now on the way out. Pretty much no defence put up from Scuba. He's on 11 lap old softs, pulls to the outside. and it should be no issue. Weislich stays out, interestingly enough. DRS open, Tao goes straight past, no issues at all. Saved up his ERS to use down the straight. Let's have a look in the background. Any moves between the two Haas drivers? Bulletproof? No. I think Button may have got past him, if I'm not mistaken. I swear Button was behind him, but yeah, he's in front now. And he hits the wall on the way out. So I'm not quite sure what Weislich's plan is, because he's losing a lot of time to the drivers behind. But his tyres look clean. So I guess if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Yeah, but if you're losing loads of time, then maybe you should pit. Because now he'd probably be going on to soft to the end. He'd be doing 13 laps on both compounds, which would just be a bit stupid.
Yeah. But it is a Toro Rosso 1-2, which is something we haven't seen this season. At tier button, there's a penalty. Have we had anybody crash in the castle section yet?
Corey crashed there in qualifying, took Onyx with him.
Yeah, so but none joined this race so far.
Oh yeah, and I told you the second you'd leave me it would rain, and surprisingly enough in qualifying it rained.
Yeah, Weislich again. So, in from the race lead, Abby will be comfortably in front. He's pulled 2.7 seconds, bangs in a fastest lap of the race. He is on great form.
He should be good.
As well.
What on earth is that?
Oh, Tiro Button is out.
And Onyx.
And Onyx as well.
Somehow no safety car.
Oh my god, it's been a horrific accident. They've actually made contact on the way up to the start-finish. So obviously they've tried to go side by side, and it's not worked. So Scott, be very careful, my friend.
Oh, Jesus.
Because those cars I don't think are ghosting, so...
Tim almost died.
Will Adam make it through? He's going to come around the corner, and they're gone. Thankfully, no safety car.
Thankfully, no safety car. You know, if there's any place where you'd put a safety car out, it'd be there, really, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Bit stupid.
Right, well, now Tao on the attack. He's on the back of Goody, who's still running around on soft tyres that he started on. Well, let's see how Tao can deal with this. He won't have an opportunity up here, not a chance. In through the castle section. Doesn't get old, how tight that is and how difficult it is to get right. Just keeping an eye on the time so I don't miss the actual Grand Prix. Yeah, we are on schedule, so that's
yes,
good.
We're all good. Unless they start driving backwards, so to be brutally honest with you, they can reverse the rest of this race and they'll still make the US Grand Prix with ease. So yeah, we're all good with that.
Tao right up behind Goody now. He'll have no problem. Goody might even peel into the pit lane. So let's see, around the last corner ish. Technically this is the last corner, this little kink. DRS open. And having a little bit of trouble keeping up, and there's DRS open now, pulls to the inside. Goody doesn't really defend too hard. And Tao is up the inside into turn 1. Goody puts up a little bit of fight, goes late on the brakes and thinks about having a little fight with him, but no move on there. So Bulletproof is in as well. 14 lap old softs he's done. So he will be going on to a set of the super softs, I would imagine it is, and a new wing as well. So I'll actually just check the penalty situation, see if we've got any big ones.
Yeah, I'm surprised actually to see that Paga is, you know, up in P7 so far ahead of Scott now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Paga had a stop-go to take as well in his pit stops, and he's just going around 16 seconds clear of Scott all of a sudden. It was about 6 or 7 when Scott pitted, but I think that was before Paga. I don't know. Either way, Paga now hoping to catch Scuba.
Yeah, I'm actually very impressed. There's not a lot of penalties.
Well, actually,
So
Paga
they're
will
doing quite well.
Paga will end up in P5, won't he? Because the two ahead are still to pit. So actually, that's working out really well for Paga. He's had a really good race.
He's taking his stop goal. He got a stop goal for ignoring yellow flags.
Yeah. When Jordan
so he has
crashed.
taken that. Yeah. So there's that. So he will end up most likely in P5. Yeah. Gap up front, stable at 2.3, and it's the sister team leading the factory team pretty much. It's the Toro Rosso leading the Red Bull, leading the other Toro Rosso, which is 8 seconds adrift. And then we have Goody finally making his pit stop. So Tiger's going to take that position off of his teammate. Set of super softs and the new wing for the Force India.
It's a shame to see the gaps. It's a shame to see the gaps so big because they were so much closer earlier on in the race. Like they were having some good battles, but I guess this usually happens at this track. The gaps just get strung out so much.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess it's decent for to have had 3 races so close. We're going to get the odd one that isn't as close, so I guess we can't complain. We've had 3 races that all the finishes have been within about half a second. So,
well, I mean,
I wouldn't
still
call this one over yet.
2 seconds, isn't it?
Because all it takes is one mistake from CSR Abbey to really turn things on its head, and Josh to get his 3rd win, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, and it'll take America for Wisely to win a race. I still can't believe it. He wins the one race he shouldn't have ever had a chance in, and he can't win when he's one of the best on the grid now.
Yeah, I mean, he was only... He actually didn't even win it on track. He won it via penalties.
Yeah.
Corey won it on track, but bottled it. So.
Well, as usual.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're interested, the driver standings, 9 points between Josh and Wiselig. So that's the situation. And CSR Abbey is currently down in 12th in the championship. Actually, pretty impressive. He actually didn't start the last 2 Grand Prix. I was wondering why he was nowhere in the last 2 Grand Prix, because he actually wasn't even here. So
yeah,
he's coming back and he's now leading. Scuba is in.
And look at Tim Veg right on the back of Scott. I think Scott might have just hit the wall there a little bit, and Tim Veg is miles clear already before DRS is even a factor. But Scott now will have a bit of a slipstream, but I just won't be able to use it, I don't think.
Yeah, look out for Bulletproof in the background, who just set the fastest lap of the race as well. He's right on the back of this train as well. But
so 10 to go then.
10 to go. CSR Abbey leads from Josh from Wiselig, and Wiselig again up in 3rd. Has not finished lower than 3rd in the first 3 races. He's had a podium in every round so far, which is very impressive.
Well, consistency is key, isn't it? Really.
Yep. He's had 1/3 place. Oh, Adamako, where has he gone off? Let's look on board of Maladiktis. That is in Sector 1.
That'll be that famous Paga crash again, won't it? Yep.
Yep, straight in the wall there. That's what's happened there. And interestingly enough, since the old Paga crash, it's a Williams in the wall as well.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much as it was last season.
I think it was someone else has been in there the same way today as well during the race. It's a very easy thing to do.
The car just wants to drift wide, and it's hard to really keep on it.
It's a difficult turn-in, yeah. Because one way it'll go too wide, the other way it'll go, well, straight into the walls. It happened now with Adamako, but yeah.
So, nobody gaining on anybody in the top 3. Abby pulling away to about 3 seconds. Wisely now 9 seconds behind Josh. And Bulletproof now about to have a goal with Tim Veg. Goes to the inside. Goody, fastest lap of the race. He's up in 7th, just ahead of these guys. The Bulletproof goes straight past, covers him off, and that's all said and done.
Yeah. Nice move, I guess. But yeah, DRS proving itself to be so OP on that last straight, and it just means Bulletproof's miles ahead when it comes to the next DRS zone. So yeah, that'll probably be that battle over. We'll see if Bulletproof can now start to catch up to Goody. He's now catching Scuba a little bit.
Yep. So unfortunately we're not having the climactic endings we've had in the past 3 races, but we are potentially going to see another different winner in CSR Abbey. Josh won the first 2 rounds, then we had Scuba winning last one, and then we might see somebody else on the top step. And I think Wisely's might be pretty annoyed because it's his teammate in a Toro Rosso and it's not him.
Yeah. It's more frustrating that his teammate hasn't even been there the last few weeks, and
And then just comes straight back in and leads a race. Starts on the front row, takes the lead into turn 1 and leads every single lap. And kind of Josh, he pulled a little bit. He's starting to pull a little bit of time back. He's got 1 lap fresher tyres, so don't count him out just yet. He'll be pushing hard to try and get up to Abby, who's using a good bit of energy to kind of stay ahead. So it may come down to that. We'll have 7 laps to go next time by.
Corey's ghost car has got the weirdest strategy I've ever seen. He's been on them ultra
soft, super soft.
What on earth is that all about?
Yeah. Goody now catching up to Scuba in P6.
When is the last time Corey even won a race at this point? Like,
I know, it's definitely last season anyway. Yeah, it's been a while. I mean, technically he won Brazil, but not really.
No, he cheated.
Got
he got
penalties.
So, yeah, he's a
won
cheater.
It on track.
So he should have won Spa last year, but then binned it.
Yeah.
Jake should have won that, then DC'd.
Yeah. He won Silverstone 1 season. I think that might have been. That was most likely probably season 2. I don't think he won it in season 3.
Yeah, I would have thought I'd remember that one. I thought Paga and Corey had a good battle, and I think Paga was like pretty impatient. I think it was like 3rd.
Well, in that case, it's been season 2 Silverstone that we last saw Corey win.
Yeah. What a fall from grace.
As far as I can off the top of my head. Josh is within 2 seconds now. He's pulled half a second. So potentially we might see a battle on our hands. Just checking. Well, the gap's going to fluctuate obviously, but Josh is closing the gap slowly but surely.
Yeah, you've mentioned it now. Now that gap's going to go up since you've mentioned it.
Yeah, well, it was 2.5 at this point last lap, so it is definitely coming down. Josh needs to just keep consistent.
Yeah, it is now the 2 seconds. So
we may see a battle between the Toro Rosso and Red Bull in the dying laps.
Goody's gap to Scuba is virtually been like just nothing's happening. Like, that's so weird. Like, it's just been about that 1 second gap for ages now. It keeps dipping under a little bit, but then going straight back up again.
Yeah.
Very consistent pace in the two of them.
Yeah, they're pretty much on similar tyres. Scuba's got just 1 lap newer tyres. But still, you know, it's pretty even. Scuba was in was leading last time out at this point, last race. Not quite in the same position this time. Mid-pack, 10 seconds behind Paga. Nearest car next to this battle is Bulletproof, is 6 seconds behind and has penalties as well. So the guys are in a battle of their own. Tao up in 4th as well. This is a good run from him. Our pole sitter last time out, actually, who didn't have a good time. He actually spun in the dying laps and ended up disconnecting, so it's good to see him up in P4.
Wonder when Paga's gonna not mess up something, because he messed up his qualifying here. He started quite low down. I think, did he get, was he not like 13th last time as well in quali? Just like,
yep.
If you can get a good qualifying, then maybe you'll have a chance, because he's got the good race pace and he's missed the first 2 rounds, you know. His championship chances are already pretty slim, and you know, he was the man last season. He should have won it, but he kept bottling it, and here he is, not getting too many points out of the first 4 races.
Yeah, of course it all came down pretty much to that last race in Abu Dhabi, and again he messed up his qualifying there.
Well, yeah, he had
he had a grid drop anyway. He had a qualifying ban.
Even Brazil the week before, he could have just held on, but he punctured his tyres in the last lap and ended up out of the race. And then, even points
Yeah.
dropped in Spa when he just sort of gave up and lost seventh place, I think it was that time. So you know, it all sort of adds
Yeah.
up for him.
But yeah, as I was saying, I think our battle's out the window. Suddenly, Josh has lost 7 tenths per second.
Yeah, I wonder
So
why that is actually. Has he hit the wall or something?
I don't know. I'm checking for damage on that wing. He's dropping quite a substantial bit of time. Just having a
Yeah,
look
he's lost a
to see-
second.
We've got, yeah, right hand side of the wing is damaged. So he's been in the wall, and that's pretty much scuppered his chances, really, pretty much. He's lost a lot of the elements on the right hand side of the wing, so.
Oh well. Here's Goody now
Lapse
on the
of
back
judgment.
of Scuba as well. Let's see if we can get up to P6.
There we go. Scuba's going to fight this one, obviously. Right around to the outside goes Goody. Will he get it done before the braking zone? Scuba's going to hold it on the inside, but Goody goes right around the outside. Easily done, and he is into P6. Let's see if Scuba can come back. He hasn't got a lot of usable energy that he can deploy and use. He will have DRS, however, so let's keep an eye. But Goody's been saving a lot more energy, so it's Scuba up towards turn 3. Not going to be able to go super late on the brakes, but just not able to do that. Don't think that battle's quite over just yet. We'll come back to that one, but yeah, Josh falling by the wayside now, 3.6 behind, and I think we're just waiting for the finish now.
I really do wish this game could like give us telemetry on people's damage, because it's just impossible to tell when you're riding on board, and you never get very good outward shots because you just never be able to tell there's damage on the right hand side, would you? Because of the halo being
No,
there.
not really.
I really hope they can fix that at some point.
Well, all Josh can hope for now is that Abby either does the same. Good, well, if he gets a penalty, it won't even matter because he's over 3 seconds ahead. So he's
Abby's
just got to hope that Abby makes a mistake.
Abby's driving perfectly though right now. No
Yeah,
mistakes.
he's pretty much flawless.
Really good drive so far. And here's Scuba for his attempt now at getting past Goody, and you can see the closing speed already. This is going to be a pretty easy move. He's got enough ERS to get into the end of the straight, so this should be an easy move. Goody's sticking right to the inside, not giving him that option, but right on the outside. Oh, Goody sticks it
stick it up the inside though, and runs him right off the track there. So
defense,
that just shows you yeah, decent. Goody is a very good defensive driver, what we've noticed. So he's well able to place the car where he wants it, and it's going to be difficult for Scuba to make a move down here. So he's going to have to stick behind and do the same thing next lap, I think. Save his ERS and have a go again.
So there's only 4 laps then to go in this race, and Y6 now starting to close, but it's just still too little too late. If
Again,
Josh had got that
it's
damage
just the
earlier.
story of his driving. It's the story of his driving. Too little, too late.
Yeah, I mean, you got to go back to Bahrain, as you said before. He spent so long with easy opportunities and just didn't use his ERS.
Yeah, we could have easily just gone for it. But, he's on course to take another podium, his 4th podium in a row.
5th and 6th races.
Paga's there in 5th, in no man's land pretty much. He's 12 seconds behind Tao and 9 seconds ahead of his teammate. So he's just going to be running around hitting his apexes. Yeah, just surprising kind of to see Paga just there and thereabouts, but not on the form he was last season at this point. Maybe it'll be the opposite. Maybe he'll have bad form in the first part of the season, then just surge back in the second half like Tom did last season.
Well, hey, this has been just on this game in general. The season of just anyone from anywhere could win the races. I mean, we're seeing all the established sort of fast drivers just not being there. I mean, Corey's had a disastrous start. Jordan's not really up there. You know, Shamasi and Jake, I mean, they're right down there at the bottom. It's sort of been the case this season. You know, they're just not sort of finding the groove yet on this game.
Yeah. But it will become probably a hell of a lot more competitive when drivers start to get just settled with the game and everything. This is from round 4 out of a 21 race calendar, so there's a lot of racing to come. And so of course we are in Blackpool this week. We'll be heading Where are we heading next week?
Spain.
To Barcelona. So
And
that's
that'll
going to be a
be
track the drivers know a lot.
that'll be 5:30, I think, as well, thanks to the Mexican Grand Prix.
again.
So yeah, just be aware of that, people. Don't be tuning in at 7.
Yeah.
Not that you would anyway, but
2 laps to go.
yeah, 2 laps.
CSR.
Still 5 seconds now, that gap. Wow.
Yeah. If there's ever a flawless drive, this is one. What you're witnessing right now. Inch perfect. No mistakes. Hasn't even started. He started 1 race in Australia, finished 7th. Didn't even start the last 2 races, and is now on course to take a win in Baku. He could have potentially just taken those 2 weeks off just to sweat Baku.
Here's Scuba.
Yeah, having a look back at this one, they're going to try again on the outside. Goody's going to stick it to the inside and defend that very nicely.
Scuba thought about going for the inside. There was just enough room, but he thought at the very last moment he was not going to try it, and he's going to have to wait again. You can see he's using absolutely 0 ERS, so he's going to be going for a real last lap push, really, and he's going to need it.
Yeah.
But
this is only for 6th place, of course, but every point counts.
This is a flawless drive. He's staying really consistent. You know, he's only 3/10 off his best lap as well, Abby, on this lap so far. You know, he's seemingly staying super consistent.
Yeah. He's about to go on to the final lap here in Baku, and can't say we expected him to be leading and on course to win, but here we are nonetheless, watching an absolutely flawless drive from start to finish for this man. He's currently 12th in the championship, 7th place. Didn't start the last 2 races, as I said. He's on course to win. Josh, he's leading the championship by 9 points, and he's going to just extend his gap a little bit more over Wisely, who's just behind him. So every point counts, and Josh will still stay in the lead, but it'll be just a little bit of a gap extension for him. So it's every little point counts. But yeah, Abby's just going to shoot up the standings now. He's going to get up into the top 10 in the standings for sure.
Oh, Goody's so
back to
late on the
Scuba and
brakes.
Goody.
I don't know. Goody's just got the best brakes I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He could brake anywhere.
We're probably going to see a photo finish between these guys.
That's the thing.
It's not for the lead.
Goody will be able to use his braking on the finish line, will he? So he's going to have to be careful. But he has a gap.
Scuba's got to stay as close as possible. But we'll go back to the front, because coming through pretty much the last corner, CSR a bit of one. What a drive. Coming from 2 weeks off and a very, very unexpected victory. He rounds the last little kink. He's just got to run to the line now. He's got to be already celebrating. Here we go. CSR Abbey running towards the line. He wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix to take his first win in ILR2. Congratulations to him. VSR Josh crossed the line. P2 extends his championship lead. Wisely, 4 podiums in a row. Comes to the line. Will take another 3rd place. When will this man win? Is all we ask. Tao comes to the line.
He just hit his fastest lap down his last lap as well there, Wisely. So he showed he had the pace. Same as Tyler, look, also setting his fastest lap on the last lap.
Right, back to Goody and Scuba as they run towards the line. Scuba in overtake mode. I think Scuba's going to have him. Runs the line. It's a mirror of the F1 eSports. Paga comes to the line, takes P5. Here we go for P6. It's going to be a photo finish. Here comes Scuba. Going to pull to the outside versus Goody. How close? Oh! 100th of a second. Goody holds on. That is how close it was. Bulletproof takes P8. Tim Veg will finish inside the points in P9. And Scott, in his 100th race start, I think... Oh, he mightn't. He's hit the wall on the way through. Oh, no. Scott! What have you done?
There's Scott.
On his 100th start, he crashes in the final corner. Oh,
that's just typical, isn't it?
Gifting.
That is his career in a nutshell.
Bins it in his 100th start. There you go. CSR Abbey wins for the first time. And now, it's time for actual F1.
yeah, we've got 25 minutes to get our snacks, or in my case barbecue pork, and get ready for the race start. So yeah, there's your podium, and
It's an all Red Bull podium. 2 Toro Rosses and a Red Bull.
we've seen that
So,
before, haven't we, this season?
Yeah, we have. I think it's going to be a familiar theme for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Red Bull and their sister team really turning up this year.
Last year it was Ferrari and Williams we saw a lot of. Now we're seeing the Red Bull family taking most of it. But we'll have confirmation of results now. CSR takes the
level
win.
40. Sorry.
CSR just takes P2, Weislich P3, Talon P4, Paga from 17th on the grid to 5th.
I thought it was 16 groups.
Goody from 14th, and Scuba from last to 7th, which is really good from him. He almost got 6th, but 100th of a second in the end. Bulletproof P8, Tim Veg P9, and Maladikos P10, and Scott crashed on the final corner is still classified as 11th.
Disgrace.
And Corey and all of those DNFs, what a shame. But it's CSR Abbey on top.
And that is it then for ILR2 here in Baku. And I imagine ILR1's also finished as well. So that'll be the end of ILR for this week. And we'll be back on, well, I think it's a GT Sport finale on Wednesday, which I'm obviously going to win.
Clearly.
Yeah. And yes, I'll be on Wednesday. And then Thursday the F1 gets up and running again. So join us for that. And for me it's goodbye. And soup as well, I imagine. Yeah. Safe travels.